Review and approve minutes of the regular meeting April 25th.
Good to me.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Review and approve bills. Accounts payable dated May 2nd for $184,088 EFT 71,246.80 for a total of $255,335.52.
Move to approve.
Support.
Any discussion?
These Amish signs, they are reimbursing us for, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We've already got them ready.
Okay.
Yeah, they already paid.
The day that Bob and I went out and met with a couple of the bishops on Carpenter Road, they wrote a check that day. And he brought it back to the office.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, any discussion? Any more discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Should be a PFT somewhere.
Yep.
I think, did Gary sign it?
I don't think so.
That's got four, that's got four.
Okay, payroll dated May 9th, $118,557.43.
Move to approve.
Support.
Any discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
I think they're done.
That's already.
Yep. Go.
Okay, treasurer's report.
Beginning cash and investment balance, $3,313,146.37. Total receipts, $51,704.57. Total in bills and payroll is $373,892.95. Bonds and escrow is $10,250. CD reserved for the two trucks is $645,831.82. Ending available fund balance is $2,334,876.17. Outstanding accounts payable is $17,365.26.
Move to approve.
You know,
We don't need to.
Any questions? If not, we'll stand as presented. Thank you. Public comment. Glad to see you're back.
I don't have much to say, other than I do watch these meetings. My wife says I live a very boring life, because I watch this meeting, I like that camera, I don't like this camera. Where's the microphone? Because there's times you cannot hear you guys talking.
Oh,
But
I'm not sure where the.
it's on the camera.
It is? Okay, sometimes it gets to be kind of difficult. I watch the commissioners' meetings also, just to let you know.
You do have a boring life.
I do.
You don't get out much, do you?
No, I don't. I drive a lot of roads, I'll tell you that. Very impressed with what's going on with Blair Road. It's really nice. And I was really shocked yesterday, drove Bankers, went over to Coldwater, took my wife out to dinner. And they're starting to pave it. They
Yeah.
started at the county line and are coming this
Started.
way.
Started yesterday.
And I guess that's about all I got to say.
That's
Thank you.
good to hear.
If we'd shut the rain off, we'd still be paying them.
All right, anybody else? Doug?
No.
Glenn? Glenn? Nothing?
Chris,
Okay.
Chris?
You're single in.
What?
Never
Oh,
mind.
I'm sorry. Yes,
That's my dad's name.
yes. Okay, sorry about that.
I was trying to do it nonchalantly.
Well,
That is my middle name.
Now that I got that figured out,
well, Chris, just a comment, you know, a little bit of a humor here. Of course, I was county treasurer for a long time, and then our son Brent started in the insurance business in 1998. And about 10 years later, people would come into the county treasurer's office, and before they leave, many of them would ask, well, how are you related to the guy that's the insurance agent? Is he your brother? And I said, well, that sounds great. I love it. He grew that beard when he first started in the insurance business because he was in his middle 20s, and most of his clients were 60 and older, and he wanted to make himself look older. Well, he got the job done.
I guess not to mention that you do look about the same age.
Yeah. Thank you.
okay. Manager's comments. Kevin, what do you got?
Started paving yesterday on Bankers. Rain straightens up to where the weather's good. Next week, we're planning on starting to haul limestone and gravel for the patching and then start scraping for salt brine.
Perfect.
So the weather's not looking good for next week,
No, rain
but
every day.
as soon as the weather changes where we can get going doing it, we're gonna do our patching and salt brine.
I went by yesterday where he was paving, of course. It looked really nice job. I mean, really nice.
For the first day of paving of the year, it went pretty smooth.
God, it looked really nice.
So, as soon as the weather straightens up, we'll be back out there and get that paved and then move to North Adams Road from Millens to North Adams Village and see where we're setting there. Lilac Road from South Hillsdale to Cambria might possibly get done. We don't know yet.
So I have a question, like on that Bankers Road project. So we're gonna do a little over 3 miles, I understand. So do we pave all of one side and then go back? How do you do that?
If the weather was gonna stay good, our intention was to pave the eastbound lane and then the next day come back and do the eastbound lane. So we don't have a long stretch of uneven pavement. With the rain coming, we're looking, it's probably gonna be a week before we can get back out there. So we tried to keep the both patches as close to the same as we could so we didn't have that mile of uneven lane.
That makes
So
a lot of sense.
that's, if the weather would straighten out, we would do one lane, one day, however far we can go with what we got ordered. The next day we'd pick up and bring the other lane up with it. So in reality, you'd only have overnight of uneven lanes.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I went to Central in Branch County from M49, or no, Old 27 in Branch County, paving that. Because that's getting to be an alternative to get past the scales. So all the semis are going down it. So Jay was out there and it was a road closed and I went around it and I seen 2 guys walking toward me and one of them was Jay from Branch County, the manager. And I said, how do I get to that farmer up there? He said, no, I just drive around those signs, everybody else does.
I said, I come across there Friday, and they had the signs laying in the ditch.
They move
Hadn't started doing anything yet, but I went from Bronson all the way to Stringtown Road, and it needs it.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a nice job. They milled theirs,
Did they?
2-inch.
Well, I hope they can do something with Stringtown, that's bad too. I think they plan on doing something with Stringtown this year.
Okay, any other thing, Kevin? Nothing?
We did interviews for summer help Tuesday, we did interviews for summer help. We've got a couple more applications to interview for, but, as soon as we can get them through their paperwork of background check and all that, we will have summer help in here this year,
Good.
and the mowerman will be back.
Do we have many applications?
We had 6 at that point, and we interviewed all 6 of them. And I think we have got 2 or 3 more after that we're gonna interview also.
And how many total would we like?
I would like to see about 10,
Not counting the mower.
not counting the mowers.
For the.
Because if I put together a crack sealing crew, I have to have one guy that I know has a bid on it here, and I gotta look and see if there's a helper bid. Other than that, I would like to have the rest of that crew be summer help, not taking away our truck drivers. So, and that takes 5 or 6 people just for crack seal. And then Mark will need flaggers for paving, and Al could use some shovelers and compactor operators for the big tubes he's gotta do.
So how old does somebody have to be
18,
for any of the summer help jobs? You
you
gotta
gotta be 18.
So you still need 2, 3, 4 more,
Probably 4 more if I can get 4 more.
yeah.
If the ones already worked out that we interviewed, that's it, but we're still going through the process of
Yeah.
Cause I'm thinking one of them that we interviewed is gonna be a mower man. So, cause we're still short one mower person.
Okay.
Speaking of mowers, when are you gonna start?
As soon as I can get them in here,
And when do you think that might be?
as soon as they get their paperwork for their, background check and drug screening.
Was that next week or the week after? Approximately.
It depends on how long everything takes. Got some background checks already in, got the results of them, gotta go through the results, gotta do some more, and then we're gonna send them to go do their drug test based on their background check. And sometimes I get the paperwork within the same week, sometimes it takes 2.
I'm hoping within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks. Are we having returning mowers or?
Yes, 3.
So you still have to do background
They,
checks?
they have to come
They
in and
still have to
do everything.
Redo all that stuff.
Okay.
Cause with the 3 months of, there's a break of 3 months
In their employment, so therefore you gotta redo it all.
Yeah, we have 3 returning.
Okay.
2 mower men and 1 guy that we use for just cold patching.
Okay. Is that normally when we start mowing or are we a little late?
If we started now, I think we'd be a little
A
early.
little early, it's just the grass is.
The
Everything's
Berlin
growing quicker
can
this
have them
year.
for 5 months too.
Yeah, and they can only be here for 5 months,
Oh,
so
so then, yeah,
try to,
okay, I was just curious. Thank you.
That it? All right. Any old business?
I have,
10,
Well, it's
15.
10:15
Oh,
for bids.
Okay. Bid opening, N99, hold up concrete, pavement repair.
We have 2 of them. First one's from Rigid Pavement Construction. I'm assuming you just want the total?
Yep.
Total is $218,756.97.
And the date to start, do we have that on? I was just curious.
Oh, yeah.
I do not see what date to start on this one. The next one is for Sandy, or from Sandy Hughes. The total for this is $199,745.99.
Oh, so easy. Cause all this is contingent on MDOT approval too.
Yeah, there's no start date on that either. And those are the only two?
And MDOT actually pays for this,
Yeah.
Yes.
They bill us and then I
comes
put it
through
on.
us, and we take the bid, but they're the ones that don't.
So do we, you want me to move, we award the bid to C&D Hughes contingent upon MDOT approval?
Can I ask a question first?
No.
Who have we used in the past?
Last year we did, I think you've used 3 companies on that project in the past 5 years.
So which company you represent?
Rigid.
Okay.
I'm with C&D, we went down there before too, they did it last year, so,
Okay,
I think before that was Cosmo.
I think Cause made it down there 1 year.
okay.
Did all of these companies get requests?
We mailed it out to all those. These are the 2 that responded.
Were we happy with the work that's been done by both contractors?
Yeah,
Staff
that was.
approved it and
Okay.
didn't have a problem with it, so.
Alright. And I take it that we do this every year, it's not the same places we're fixing new places every year.
Yes.
There's a lot of new places.
There's always, and it almost looks like one, at what point do we have a new concrete road, I suppose, but anyway.
We normally just
Should
pass
we
these on
have-
to MDOT, and they
Okay.
make the final decision.
Should we have Bob look at these before we approve
I wouldn't think so, because
We can just pass them on to
if,
MDOT.
once you guys
State's
approve
got
it, then it goes to Scott Geiger and they go over it and they give you the initial yes or no.
Yes, they're the ones that make the decision.
So I would put that in a motion.
Yes.
For C&D.
Can I ask, where each one is out of, just their address?
Rigid Pavement is from Clark Lake area. And C&D Hughes is from Charlotte area.
And then that motion be pending MDOT.
Yeah.
Do we have a second?
Second.
There we go. Thank you. I was scared I was gonna miss it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye. Okay, so we got until 10:30 to do the next one, right?
Yep.
Alright.
So they're gradually coming in.
So I just, if I could, Bob, just make a comment. Last night, Amboy Township Board meeting, and after the meeting was over, I decided I was gonna drive on west to see what was going on the Territorial Road bridges. And the west bridge is pretty much done. And pleased to see that the road approach to both bridges is gonna be considerably wider than it was before. Just a question I have is the pouring of the, new blacktop to approach the bridges and then between the 2 bridges. That's probably included in the bid itself, wasn't it?
Yes.
And so that's something that will be, they'll probably subcontract that out to somebody. We're not gonna do that,
No.
will we?
They'll contract it out.
So the east one, they still don't have the deck on it. They're putting riprap, and they've got some of that down, and they've got a big pile that's been hauled in there that they're still in the process of putting down. They gotta get that done before they put the deck on it.
The west one they could work on because they didn't have no
Yeah,
power lines. The
exactly.
east one held them
Yeah,
up.
the east one, they got held up because of the power line, so, you know, they are making good progress, and, hopefully they'll be done, we can get them opened up by first of July.
They say they're on schedule, so.
Yeah.
Which is hard to believe with all the rain we've had.
Yeah,
Man,
that's amazing.
Well, I know the biggest challenge they had was back there when, we had the warm up. We had a bunch of snow, and then we had a rapid warm up and got a bunch of rain. Yeah, there was a few days there that they had to deal with a lot of high water.
it was a mess. Okay,
But we're not in charge of Mother Nature. Neither are they.
any old business? Nothing. Okay. Approved 2024 asphalt materials emulsion bid extension. I got that here somewhere.
I saw in the agenda, or in the packet they sent out to us, that has to do with, they're extending at the same price as the 24 bid through 25, is that right?
Yes.
Isn't it, they're doing it for the 24, for 2024?
Yes, yes.
So not 25,
Right.
2023 to 2024.
But the date on yours, my
Yeah, the date's 25,
Through
till
what?
April 1st.
Yeah, April
Oh.
1st, which again,
Yeah.
Which would be a year. That's why.
I was thinking seasonal.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was working off memory too.
Okay.
Read it last
I know, I
night.
have it, I was like, I don't see it right now.
So we just need a motion to approve.
I move we approve it.
Support.
Any discussion?
We don't have to put this out for bid, we can just extend
If they're extending it for the same price.
for the same price. And are we happy with that price? Do we know if oil prices have gone up, gone down? Should it be cheaper if we rebid it? I don't know, I really didn't do any background checking on any of that, no, okay, okay,
They always come out on
okay,
the best price.
alright.
Well, if we stop and think about, you know, what is going on in the economy, with inflation impacting just about every area of business, if the fact that they're willing to extend it, I think is a good thing. You know, the price of crude oil 2 months ago was headed towards $90 a barrel. It has backed off some now. But, yeah, so.
They've treated us really well. Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Approve resolution 24-004 TMAC plan.
No, I'm not quite, am I?
No.
Oh, that's fine.
Is that this document here?
Yeah, you did read all that, right?
Memorize it.
There's 79 pages.
I read the cover page.
Close enough. We're counting on Heather too.
Sum it up.
Yeah, it's something that the state requires us to do, for Public Act 325. Any road agency responsible for 100-mile or road or more is required to do this. It has, the first part of it is a compliance plan, which kind of summarizes everything up. And then they have the pavement plan, which is all about our pavements, goals, strategies, things like that. Then it's the bridge plan, which is all about our structures, and then it has a culvert plan. I can try to answer any questions if you guys have questions, but it's something we have to do.
Right. I guess the question I have, in this plan, do we address, local roads? as well as
It's the whole
primaries.
network. Mhm.
Okay,
On page 35, I'm
Mhm.
looking at this chart.
Yeah.
I guess, 2020 are hard numbers, correct? Is 21 through 23 estimated numbers? So why don't we have harder numbers for 21, 22, and 23?
Because we don't have the data. Because unfortunately, let me see what exact page you're looking at. I have to make one copy. Yes, because the personnel that was responsible for rating the roads left the road commission in 2021. So there was no rating done in 2021, and there was no rating done in 2022 because of all the chaos that's been going on and people were not certified, because you have to be certified to rate these roads. So that's why we just, to get this done, we just sent with the data that we have. Obviously, when we update it, it will be current hard numbers. But what that data is, that data was worked on in 2020. That plan was done in early 2021 with hard data. So it was technically supposed to be for, it would have been the 2021 plan, okay? But it never got submitted, never got finished. So instead of redoing all that, because we don't have the factual data for it, we're just submitting what we have for now. And then we'll revise it and get it.
So did
Confirmed numbers.
the estimates for 21, 22, and 23, were they updated for known items that we completed? Or did we just go with what we had?
It's just what we had. Those numbers were pulled from the 2021 report that we had done. Because we didn't have, it was better to do that because everything was known than to just pull a little bit of known data. It would have been kind of false.
Right, well, my concern is that we're overly optimistic for 22 and 23, and that we're meeting our goal.
Right.
And that's probably why I'm asking the questions, because to me, this doesn't look like we've really achieved this at all.
Right.
So I don't know what the state does with this report, but I'm concerned about the information we're giving them, so I guess that's.
Okay.
And that goes for and I'm looking at the county primary network condition, trend and goal, and the county local network condition, trend and goal, and those would be the paved roads, I'm assuming both of them.
That is correct.
Right, and so again, I have a hard time, my fear or concern is we're still really back here at 2020,
Correct.
and we're not anywhere near where we wanna be, and how do we get there?
And that's what this plan is supposed to do. It's supposed to lay out our goals and strategies for the future.
So how are we gonna get there then? What page do I look at to tell me how we're gonna get to this to the goal? Is there a page I can look at? Is there a summary of that somewhere?
Somewhere probably, without looking at the thing, I couldn't tell you the page number. But there's projects lined out, like roads that we have chosen for 24, 25, 26. Those are all putting those into the spreadsheet that this template has. It produces our goals and says that we are going to meet them with doing these projects.
This is what Bob and Mark both got certified to do. To be
Yep,
able-
and I'll be certified in June.
No, so at that time, there was no one certified to be able to
Correct.
do it. So then,
Yep.
Bob did explain that he was taking a class and sending Mark, so there was more than.
Because I believe in 2021, we had Larry Brown, we hired him to do the Pacer rating. And he only did, I think, half of the federal aid roads. Because with the Transportation Asset Management Council, they only require us to rate half of our federal aid roads every year. So if you rate the west half, then next year you rate the east half, or if you divide it north-south, whatever. And when there were previous employees here, it was every single road, 100% pavement was rated every single year. But then when that employee left, it was not rated. So that's where that gap in information is. But now that everybody is certified, we plan on, I believe it's the third week of June, I think, we have it scheduled for us to go out and rate the roads. Time to do that, okay.
So, and who do we have that is now certified to do that?
Bob, Mark, and myself.
Okay.
All right, the first bid is Reeve Riley. This is for West Sauk Trail. Now for this, do you guys just want the total as well? You don't want individual line items?
No.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
So Reeve Riley's total is $305,791.75.
305,790.
1.75.
Okay.
And the bid price is firm if accepted within 30 days. Next one is Gherkin Paving. Their price is $362,959 even. Their bid price is firm if accepted within 60 days. The next one is Bailey Excavating.
There's not a block made for them, because
Oh, pardon me.
Just write one in, below Gherkin paving,
That's why
write
there's
their name
empty.
in.
That's why there's empty blocks.
Okay, their total is $313,140 even. Their bid price is firm if accepted within 60 days.
Where are they from?
Jackson area.
Okay.
Michigan Paving is the next one. Their price is $270,172.15.
270.
172.15. Their price is firm if accepted within 60 days. And this is from Thompson Construction. This is the last one, and they are out of Coldwater. Their price is $278,525. They said 50% due on acceptance.
So how long is that good for? 90 days? 100 days?
That's what I'm
6 months?
trying to read, see if that's in here. They don't have any specifications on that, so that's all of them.
So is this project one that's gonna be a special assessment district? Oh, no, okay, I thought, okay, all right.
So where is this road located?
It's up in Somerset Township at Lake
Lake
Some Land.
Lake Land. It goes to Baker Road, back out to.
Yeah.
So is this,
It's a township agreement.
okay, it's a contract with
It's
the
a contract.
township.
The township's gonna pay for all of it then, or are we paying for some of this?
We're paying for half of it
Yeah.
probably if it's,
No, it's contracted out.
but it's
Yeah.
a local road.
So, because I got bidded as if we were doing the work.
I thought
So-
that this, go ahead, finish
I
that
gotta,
first.
I would have to verify.
Okay, you need to verify, because I thought we were talking with Somerset Township about doing a pavement project that was a special assessment.
That's for, was that Lake Somerset with their association?
Oh,
That was
Yeah,
all the
that was
roads.
all the roads are
Okay,
on Lake
all right,
Somerset.
all right,
That was
so
gonna
this
be a
isn't it.
big
No,
project.
that's not.
Okay, that's not what this is,
No.
all right.
I think we need
We need
to
one
let
more,
Bob look this over.
No.
right.
Not necessarily.
So, for those that are only firm for 30 days,
I think there was only one.
there's
Three
only one.
filings.
Most of them are 60 days, so we
Yeah.
should have time for Bob to look this over and get
For the next
clarification on this.
And
then.
we've got
Okay.
two bids that are lower than that one anyway.
Right, yes. And one doesn't have a time frame, potentially. Right.
Well, that's something that somebody needs to call and clarify with Thompson. How long, representative from Thompson here?
They did mail theirs, so.
Okay. I guess just, yeah, call and verify what time frame it's
How
for.
long the bid is good for?
Right. And if we have time, I would prefer that we get, again, that more information, because I guess I was confused as to which this project
So
was.
which company you gentlemen represent?
Haley Excavating.
Okay. So it looks like Michigan Paving has the low bid.
Yeah, we'll let Bob look this
Yeah.
over.
So,
You'll have to check everything to make sure
Yeah.
everything's in there.
so if you're from Michigan Paving, you know, everything checks out, you've got the low bid, how we get the job.
It's contingent.
Yeah.
We'll make it contingent, no one has the job.
Yeah.
Places stuff.
Well, I understand that.
Well,
I
Yeah,
said if
but-
everything checks out,
Yeah.
that, I mean,
You wait till the
contingent
next
is
one,
the
maybe.
same wording. Said it a little different way.
we still have to have Somerset's approval too, so.
Yeah. And all the numbers should be checked,
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
sure that.
Yes,
So we're tabling it?
yes. Yeah, motion to table.
I would move that we table this, so, Bob, the road manager, can, cross his i's and dot his t's and check the contracts and revisit this at the next meeting.
So thank you for bidding and for coming.
I think we need a
Second.
Okay, any more discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Opposed, the same.
Thank you.
Back to Hill.
More questions?
I move to approve resolution 24-004 TMC plan.
I'll support the motion.
Any more discussion?
I guess the, you know, the,
I had your roll call.
We want more discussion first.
Before he was going to,
Go ahead.
I'm just looking here at the bridge report towards the back of this. I do see we have listed here the projects that are planned for this year. That's good. Okay, and then we also have the four listed on the next page, on page 105, that we had on the application with the state that we filed by the 1st of April, that we requested funding for under the federal aid program.
I think we had four of them.
Yeah, they're all listed here and dollar amounts on every one of them. This one blows my mind though, Heather. On the Likely Road Bridge and the Newton train, $1.5 million.
Super high.
I sure hope it doesn't cost that much.
there's a good chance it'll be more.
No bigger than that stream is,
Yeah.
in my opinion, a big tube would be more than adequate.
It'd be nice all out of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people call us
Yeah.
different.
So that's
Well, that bridge has been there for 80 to 100 years and it's never, washed out in any of the storms that we've had. And in 1978, we got 7 inches in 10 hours in our corner of the county. Everything was flooded, so I sure hope we don't have to put $1.5 million into a bridge.
So do we have a cost estimate of how to reach our goals, to get to our goals in this report?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's not in the report.
It's in there somewhere. I have to look at it and see. I should have printed another copy.
Can you send an email to point that out?
Yeah.
The other thing I guess I'd like to point, again, I'll go back and read this. I wanted a hard copy, which is why I did not look at it in a lot of depth online, because it was so many pages.
Right.
So if you could also kind of, a heads up as to where our goals are, the cost estimate to reach our goals, and how to attain our goals, where that is in the report. So I can kind of key in on those. And that's in the pavement projects as well as, the bridge projects. So I guess that's what I would like highlighted.
To reach our goals on the road side, we need a big infusion of money. When you look at all of the blacktop roads we have, both primary and local, there's a ton of them that need to be repaved, and with the resources we have, we're just really limited in what we can do on a year-to-year basis.
Especially new asphalt.
Yeah.
That's a serious problem.
So what happens to this report after it's passed and sent up to the state of Michigan?
It's redone in 3 years. Every 3 years we do it. I don't know what they do. I'm sure they use it towards legislatures. Legislators look at it and they're basically trying to prove that there's not enough money. No matter what we do.
Right.
They're trying to explain to them that, the cost of everything is expensive and so, but I don't know their process of what they do. I just know we have to submit it and then in 3 years again, we have to go in and update it. And they do hold, part of this public act is, I believe it's in 2025, I think, maybe October of 2025. They, meaning the state, is supposed to look at how these counties are meeting their goals. They're trying to keep us accountable, because I think originally the first of these plans were done back in 2020, and then people are redoing them every 3 to 4 years. And the state is going to look at how each organization has held up to their strategies, their goals, and I'm assuming eventually it could affect your federal dollars that you get, your aid that you get from the state.
So did I hear you correctly, the first time these reports were filed were in 2020? Okay, and we don't have any updated information since then?
No, Bob and Mark just got certified.
Right, no, I get that, so, all right.
Next 3 years, they'll be up to date.
Absolutely.
There we go.
So just a question, was previous manager certified to do this? Or did were you the certified person before?
I was.
Then Larry got certified so he could do the federal aid. He had to do half of the federal
Well,
aid.
that actually happened in 21.
And he did it.
Because it was 22 was Steve. Larry came on board just after you left.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Well, Previous personnel were supposed to have this done and submitted in October of 2020. And it was not brought to anybody's attention till 2021. And then a portion of it was completed and given to that employee, and that employee
Didn't file
didn't do anything with it, didn't complete their two parts of it, so it sat. So when
Don't get me going.
another employee came back to work, everything was still as it was from 2 years prior. So in a month and a half, since that employee has been here, it has gotten done. So I'm saying it will be done like it's supposed to be done from here on out.
So the 2020 report was filed, but,
No.
was not filed.
Yeah,
This
but
is the
that-
first time we have submitted this,
Oh,
period.
okay, all right,
Yes.
all right, so I misunderstood that
Yes.
comment
I was like,
before.
yes.
Because you said it was done in 2020, so I thought it was
Or
filed in 2020.
that's when it was, that was when it was due.
Okay, and Hillsdale County did not
That is correct.
file. So is there repercussions for not filing? Were
They are
we
being
fined?
very, very, very nice and
Okay.
generous. Every
Okay.
time they see us at meetings, they are, you need to get that in, you need to
Okay.
get that in.
Okay.
And so it was imperative that that was the main thing that we work on.
Okay, so we submitted it as a 2024 report, so we will never submit a 2020 report?
That is correct.
Okay.
This was the first one that we'll do, and it has
Okay.
not been submitted yet. It cannot be submitted
Until we
without your
approve, yeah,
resolution
sorry.
and your
Yep, yep,
proofs, and it
Okay.
will be submitted probably this afternoon.
Okay, all right. And when was the due date on this report for 2024? Just curious.
It's still technically October of 2020. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
people are, I shouldn't say people, other counties are redoing their 2020,
Their 2020.
yes, and we're just submitting our first.
So even though this is our 2024, it's listed as our 2024 plan, it's really gonna be the 2020 plan. It's gonna go in the 2020 information. Is that what I'm hearing? Or you don't know that for
I don't know
sure?
where they'll put it,
Okay.
because we are supposed to make it 2024 because it is 2024. The bridge section is 2024, the
Okay.
culvert section is 2024.
Okay,
The roads are not, because we
Right.
don't have the data.
okay.
But we're basically putting something together and submitting it to say it's done, and then if the state comes back and says, hey, we need more hard evidence, then we'll say, okay, next year we're gonna redo it, we're gonna submit a 2025 one correctly. I'm not saying that's what we're gonna do, but the state will tell us
Right.
what we have to do.
So is this something we're supposed to submit every year?
No, every 3,
Every 3?
yes.
So 2020 would be 2023, 2026. So
Yes.
what's our plan?
Well, in 2027, we will submit another one.
Okay, so we'll go 3 years based on 2024.
Correct.
That
Correct.
kind of was what my question was.
Yep.
Do we try to get back into
Yep. No.
there, or we just, so
And-
everybody's not necessarily on the same cycle?
Correct.
Every county, I guess.
Correct, and they actually
Okay.
staggered the counties to begin with. There's a list, on the Transportation Asset Management website
Okay.
that says what counties were due when. And they
Okay.
had like a 3-year program
Sure.
that everybody had to have them done by, and ours was just
Okay.
October of 2020.
By doing this, 27th will be accurate,
Right.
perfect.
Well, I have another question then. Do you know of any other counties in the state that didn't meet their initial deadline?
I don't, Bob might know, but I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me, there might be a handful.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. But this is definitely, I mean, this could affect your federal aid if you don't get it submitted. So that's why, I mean, we're very fortunate that they have understood our situation here and they've given us grace. But
Okay, we gotta have a roll call vote,
Baba Godfrey,
yes.
Mike Carney,
Yes.
Gary Leininger,
Yes,
Kathy Schmidt.
Yes.
There you go, you can submit it now.
good deal.
Okay, proof of acceptance of
Get the monkey off our
certification
back.
transportation asset management plan.
It's in your folder.
It is?
It's right there in front of you.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have to have that and the resolution to submit it, so I can't technically submit it yet.
Where's this going?
Date of Michigan, isn't it?
State,
Department
State
of
of Michigan.
Transportation.
and
MDOT,
Heather.
is that what's going, MDOT?
We just needed the chair to sign it.
Oh, just chair, all right, yeah, hey, put my pen down. Now, look for that.
And then I'll make you a copy of this and then I'll.
All right, we got, Jefferson Township, road stabilization, 37 miles, one application. $21,090, township share, $10,545.
Move we approve.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Unusual to only have one.
Well, but the last couple of meetings, we've had a
Yeah,
ton
we've
of
had enough of them.
I'm very thankful there's only one. I bet you guys are too.
Yeah.
Oh. We do almost have all the patching contracts in except Litchfield. And Bob's gonna go to that township meeting on Monday to,
Litchfield.
yeah, because Litchfield's where we're supposed to be starting.
They don't have a contract, so
They haven't sent us.
And that's, he's gonna find out Monday, one way or the other,
yeah,
whether they're gonna gravel patch or not.
or we have to skip over them.
They usually provide their own gravel. They,
They haven't in a few years.
oh,
Guess we could do public comment.
Was today the ninth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Al.
I have two questions. At the last meeting I attended, Glenn Orwell brought up about Bun Road, and this has been driving me crazy. I'm trying to figure out what is the problem, where is it?
Do you know where John Spratt lives?
Nope,
Okay. It'd be just south of Mechanic, on the east side of the road.
just south of Mechanic.
Be between, Pondbrook Drive and Mechanic on Bun. We went out there and, built shoulder with stone and then put millings on it. So,
And what is the problem?
a narrow shoulder and
Okay,
deep ditch.
okay. The next question I have, and
Only
I may-
allowed one a day.
I could come up with more, but this one, maybe I didn't understand it, but I think you're in the process of hiring a manager. And I think you guys put out a notice of, have you hired a manager?
No,
Is there a time frame for hiring a manager?
pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Chris, you gotta think of something.
Yeah, I do, I have a couple of questions, a couple of comments. I have a friend that lives over at Ridge Drive, take Card Road to the end, turn to the left, first dirt road on the right. He was asking me about the brine that's getting applied to some of the roads, does that get done? I told him I'd find out and ask some questions about that. He said last year it was pretty dusty and could have used a coat of brine.
It probably got brine, but it was limestone, isn't it?
Yes.
Limestone is hard to keep the dust down on.
Okay, I didn't know what to tell him.
It should've got brine.
Yeah, and in the trip to his place on Card Road, right in the S curves, I think I was west of 49, maybe on Card Road, is there a little jog, maybe, okay, might have been on the east side. There's a side road comes up on the hill, and I can't recall the Fowler.
Washed a ton of gravel.
Oh, man, it's across the road and downtown. It was nasty. This was yesterday morning, there should still be remnants of it on the road. I don't know if there's a culvert right there that's plugged or, but yeah, somebody probably ought to take a look at it. 'Cause
Let's check that out.
it was so bad, it was washing rocks down in there maybe a little smaller than my fist. Some of them were getting pushed across the room.
There's a lot of gravel washouts, Reading Road, Carter Road,
Yeah,
Long Lake Road, at, Ridge Drive. I can tell you for a fact that Ridge Drive got sprayed twice last week,
Okay.
and we're scheduled for 2 sprays this year. Who's your friend?
It's, Fred and Dana, or Donna Fowler.
Don,
They're,
Marsh.
Marsh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Fowler, Marsh.
Yeah, they live on top of the hill, and right now we're having
Exactly.
problems with their driveway onto the road.
Yeah.
It keeps getting scraped, and then once it gets scraped, and it puddles, now you got holes, so.
yeah.
I know Fred very well.
Yeah, they're pretty decent people, it seems like. I just met him a month or so ago.
Doug, you got anything?
Nope.
No?
Can I ask a question? I know public comment. Sure. How did Hillsdale County weather the severe weather? Tornado, we didn't have
get
any,
nothing, we didn't
no
even get
high
a
winds?
911 call.
okay. I was sitting in my basement watching it.
I
I thought,
really,
I was home alone and I think to myself, I look out the window, it's like, why would I sit up here and be concerned? Just go to the basement and watch the Weather Channel.
we really expected to get hit hard.
Yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
we never even got a
So it
911 call.
dissipated before it got to the
Kinda went
Hillsdale
around us
County.
And that front went through though.
Yeah.
It was only for a few minutes.
Yeah.
When
The
that
wind
front
picked
went
up
through,
and
the
then,
wind blew hard.
Okay,
but just for a short time, and
okay.
we were
Man.
very fortunate.
I had hail right next door here. It was as big as a marble.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't get any hail.
Northern part, I'm on the northern part, I didn't think we got any hail, I didn't hear any hail.
We got hail, the wind blew hard, I lost some limbs, but other than that,
Now, when I talked to Jay in Branch County, northern Branch
They
County,
got hit hard.
they got it so bad that Jay said, we do not have the manpower to clear the roads.
Right.
And so they were hiring people to come in and clear the roads, because they did not have enough manpower to
Did
clear
they have
all the
a
roads.
tornado?
Yeah,
They lost 7 houses,
yeah.
according to the news.
But anyways, I was just kinda curious how Hillsdale County fared, sounds like we lucked out this time.
Yes, we
Very
got
good.
it.
We're
Good.
gonna get it.
So, Mr. Chairman, are we done with public comment?
Doug?
I have a question. So do you have a plan in mind to interview the people
Yes.
who applied for the manager?
We're gonna, probably have a special meeting, and we'll figure that out in the next, first of the week, and see
Okay.
what works for everybody.
Fine.
Cause we want the full board to,
Yeah.
hopefully Mark will be, how long is Mark gonna be gone?
I think he's only gone a week.
Oh, okay.
And I think he left maybe Tuesday, but don't quote me on that one.
But we'll have to post it and everything, so
Yeah.
it'll be an open meeting. Sooner the better, I think. Anything else? If not, we can stand adjourned. Thank you.